just like silence. Sorry.
Yeah, but we didn't realize that he talked in his sleep and all that kind of stuff. So you learn a lot about somebody on a tour.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and oh my goodness, since we're talking about the bus, and you've already gone to kind of a morbid place. Danny wakes me up one day, and he was like, and I don't remember if you were still sleeping or not, but Danny's like, you guys, we killed someone. I was like, what? What are you talking about? So apparently during the night, there had been a car accident, and like the bus hit somebody, and we were pulled over for hours, and it was a whole thing, and the driver was washing off the bus it was just like, what the heck? And we slept through everything. Like literally slept through everything. Do you remember that driver?
I totally forgot about that.
Do you remember? But do you remember? And you remember we were at the hotel. I think we were playing pool with 98 Degrees, and we were supposed to stay. We were going to stay the night because the driver had gotten some. I think it was the same night. He had gotten some bad news, or maybe I'm mixing two stories. But the same driver, maybe a different night, where he had gotten some bad news, and something about his family.
By the way, we did not hit anybody.
No. Then it was in front of us, and he witnessed it, or something happened.
Yeah. So don't think that we hit anybody.
Oh no, we didn't act. No, we didn't.
No,
personally, no. There was an accident in front.
There was an accident in front of us that we witnessed and pull over and everything.
And the driver had to go out, and we didn't. It wasn't. Yeah, we didn't actually cause any damage, personally. Anyway. So this driver, I think it was the same driver. Do you remember he had the brown hair? We got a handful of drivers. Was this the Silver Bullet one? Not the guy that lived in L.A. I liked him a lot. He was really fun. Yeah, he lived literally one street over from me.
Yeah.
On my old street. That was really cool.
I understand. Yeah.
The other guy. So there was a night we were supposed to stay the night because he had gotten some crazy news, and we wanted him to sleep and get some rest. And we were playing pool with 98 Degrees, and all of a sudden, like, no, we got to go because he wanted to get to a city to fly home we had to change drive. Like, it was a whole thing. Do you remember that?
Oh my God, yeah, totally.
And
I haven't thought about that in years.
We didn't want to go because we were terrified because this guy had just gotten bad news, and now he's driving to go to the airport, and we're getting a new drive. Like, it was terrifying. Anyway, I remember we took turns sitting up with him that night, just keeping him company, talking as we drove through the night. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah, it was terrifying.
It was terrifying. It was pretty frightening. Okay, let's move on to some more exciting, more fun stories. Let me look in the chat. Yeah, I don't know if something's broken. I'm gonna have to check and see if people are trying to get in there, and see if maybe something's going on. I might have to send in a report about this. A report.
A strongly worded letter.
I might have to pull out the big guns. Anyway, so let's listen to some of your. I know you and I talked about. We had a couple of things we had taken some notes on and wanted to talk about. What did you think about this week that you wanted to share?
Well, I think this week is because again, I don't know when you guys are listening to this. We are live, but I don't know when people are actually going to listen. But this is week 3.
This is the day after April Fool's Day, which was a very non-eventful April. I saw some very.
Oh! Did you get any April Fool's things?
I saw a couple very distasteful April Fool's.
Yeah. Well, I got
jokes.
I got punked hardcore.
What happened?
I got punked hardcore yesterday, and I'm such an idiot. This is a good friend of my name. A good friend of mine. Her name is Amber Cromwell. That's right. I'm calling you out, girl. She's a prankster, and I got her good one year.
Bad Amber.
I got her good one year, but So I woke up yesterday, and at 8:00. I woke up to my phone buzzing, and it was like a restricted number, and they leave me a voicemail, and it was this rambled voicemail kept saying that this person was Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm like, what? But it looked like it sounded like somebody that was like a wrong number, messed up, or like, I don't know, someone that was not in their right state of mind.
Okay.
So I just was like, whatever. I get a text message from Amber, and she goes, hey, did you get a weird phone call from Arnold Schwarzenegger? And I was like, yes, I did. She's like, you don't understand. I was like, I got the same phone call, and I picked up, and I had a full conversation with it. She goes on for like 10 minutes of saying how, because she's a psychotherapist, and saying that I think you need to get help. I think that, I was like, if this really is Arnold Schwarzenegger, fully having me convinced. And I'm like, oh my. So then I get another phone call. And it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, like totally messing with me. And I'm like, what is going on? This is crazy. And so then I go about my day. April 1st is my niece's birthday. She turned 10. So we did the drive-by birthday party that they do now, where you drive around the street and you honk the horn. And so I drove around.
It's like the friendly drive-by.
Yeah, so it's like the friendly drive-by. And so I was like on my way home. I was just coming back down to Palm Springs, and I'm in not traffic. I was driving back, and she calls me, and she was like, dude, and I was like, oh my, I was like, no, I called her. I was like, Arnold Schwarzenegger keeps calling me. And she starts cracking up hysterically, and she says, oh my God, April Fools. And I'm like, are you kidding? I was dumbfounded that I, A, fell for it, and B, that she got so detailed with her prank, and I totally fell. She said me and her dad are the only ones that fell for it. Everybody else knew it was her.
So she pulled it on a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm giving Amber Cromwell. Is that your name? That's your name?
Cromwell. Yes.
With a C. With
the C.
Amber Cromwell. You get the applause. You get the big crowd.
I can't believe I fell for it.
That's pretty good.
I fell for it hard.
Why didn't you tell me, dude? Why didn't you be like, hey Tommy, Arnold Schwarzenegger's he's calling me? I would have been blown away.
I don't know.
Who was the voice?
It was actually Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's an app that you can there's a website that is just a bunch of things that he says, and so okay. you could click on it and it'll say it. You click on it, it says it, but it's down, and I'm like, this guy has a really good impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but not even thinking. And then I had a conversation with my mom. My mom saying like, oh, I'm so glad that there's no. My mom used to be a school teacher, so she would get pranked all the time, And so she was like, I'm so glad that like
wasn't around then.
That nobody's doing any. This is why I'm so lame. She's like, I'm so glad I'm not getting any April Fools like stupid text messages, which I got a bunch of those, but like, or just tasteful ones, of course, and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, you know what's really weird, Mom? Is like I haven't gotten any either, and I get them all the time. And meanwhile, you're in the
middle of one
all day.
That's so good. That is so good. That little app, it's funny because our Howard Stern actually pranked me once with something similar, but maybe not him. I don't think it was him personally. I think it was like Sal or one of his guys there on the show. But he got me and Kendra.
Oh yeah.
And then he put us on the phone together, like as if I had called her and she had called me, and so we were both like, "Yeah, what's up? What's up? Well, what you called me? No, you called me." So it was they got us pretty good.
Yeah, she got me.
That's good. That's a good one. That is a good one. I'll tell you one that an old buddy of mine from South Carolina, one that he did his daughter. So he had on Facebook he posted and he said, "Text my daughter and tell her that you heard that she had a handful of three-eyed turtles for sale, and that you're willing to pay up to $500 per turtle." And so all these people are texting her saying, "Hey, do you still have the turtles? Can I just get one? Can I, she has all these people asking her for three-eyed turtles all day, and she has no idea what's going on. No idea.
That's genius. Like, why is everybody texting you three-eyed turtles?
I texted her. I was like, so I'm interested in a turtle. I'm just wondering, how many people can one turtle feed? if I'm gonna do and she's like, I'm blocking you. I'm like, oh, don't block me. Don't make fun of my Like, we like turtles. I have like a Brady bunch basically of children. You may know one of them, and I put the I like turtles kid video. And I was like, and then his love of turtles just brushed off on his siblings, and now they love turtle soup.
It's all about the devil's in the details.
Yeah. And then finally she texted. She's like, "Oh my goodness, my dad told me everybody would." It's like, "Oh, that was so good. Who is this?" And he was like,
"There's not." I mean, getting pranked. It's like, oh, it's.
That's a good-hearted prank.
Yeah, I have mad respect and super embarrassed that I fell for it.
I think it's awesome, and I'm glad that you shared that. Generally, I don't like April Fool's pranks. Like Taryn Manning, for example, said that she had the virus, and everybody's just like, "Oh, okay."
She did not say that.
Yes,
and then she said April Fool's,
and then she was like, "Guys, I was kidding. It was April Fool's." Like that. People were like, not funny.
I grew up with her. I've known her since we were like 12 years old.
She missed the mark on that one.
Yeah, I know she's a little twisted, but Taryn, no.
Yeah, that was a bad one. And then what was another one I saw? Anyway, whatever. Like April Fool's has always been. I'm torn. I feel bad doing it to people. My mom, when we were younger, my mom came in. It was like 2 a.m. and woke me up and my brothers and come on, guys, we got to get out of the house. Get up. We got to get out of the house right now. Come on, we got to get out. And it's the middle of winter, and she's like, "Get out! We got to get out. The house is on fire. The house."
No, Mom, Susan, I know you're listening. No, Susan.
And we run out there in our pajamas, and it's freezing cold, and we're standing out on the street, and then it's kind of looking around like, "What's going on?" And then she looked, and she's like, "I got you, April Fools," and we was like,
"Oh no!"
So I just remember how much I hated that. I was sleeping so good. And I don't know. I just don't have the heart to prank people. Everybody always pulls the "I'm pregnant" thing, and whatever.
Yeah, my sister left a voicemail on my parents' answering machine when she was in college, saying that she was in jail, and then the next message was April Fool's. But I'm like, that's just like I don't. So, and that's why I give Amber credit. I give her credit because it was a clever, like it wasn't a panicky, stress-ridden April Fool's joke. It was actually really well thought out.
No one gets hurt.
And also she is reveling in this so much. She texted me this morning of the text screen of our conversation and with like all these laughing emojis. She should have. I hope she took some video of it. Or, she should share it somehow. She took video. Her husband took videos of I think her pranking her dad. It's hilarious.
I want to see those. Those sound like a lot of fun, actually.
I'll post it.
Okay.
Hilarious. So funny. But other than that, I feel like the week has been somber.
It has been. One thing, and it's a very weird thing, but one thing that has kind of brought me some normality, if you will, is I've been watching Madden simulated football games.
Oh, yeah.
On DraftKings. So they're having like these free DraftKings contests, and they're doing this whole like hashtag DK Rally thing where they're actually raising money up to $1 million, I think, for coronavirus, like towards charity to help battle the coronavirus in some capacity. And so it's been interesting because they're doing a handful of games every day, and they're very short, 6-minute quarters, and it's a video game simulation, but you can still pick your players, and it's almost like fantasy football. I know it sounds crazy and silly, but it's given me some sort of like sense of normality. Like I can stand there and watch the game and feel almost normal. Like, oh, it's almost like, I'm playing some fantasy football,
Yeah.
I never thought that I would be watching a simulated Madden game, enjoying it this much.
Well, there you go. I just found out that a lot of the schools are are not coming back at all until the end of the school year. No, I mean, hopefully, yes, but not this year.
The people need to learn. I know. Yeah, I read that earlier. So you guys,
I
I
hope you like your kids.
I